Hello and welcome back to my channel Soul Journey. My name is Anu Ani, the Expansion Doula, and today is April the 19th, which means we are doing a reading, energy reading for the collective for planet Earth. If this reading resonates with you, please comment down below and share the video if you find it helpful. Also, if you'd like a personal reading, you can head down to my description where I have my Etsy shop where you can purchase a personal reading from me along with other magical and spiritual soul journey tools. Alright, let's get off to the reading. So today I kind of wanted to theme the reading myself a little bit. I really want to do a reading on authenticity. I really feel like a lot of us are struggling with what does that mean, especially when society has told us who we are, what to do, all of those things. And as much as we kind of are pushing those boundaries at that box, what does that really mean? How far do we want to push those boundaries, and does any of what we're being told resonate with us? So I wanted to do a reading on that. Today we have some different decks. We have Tarot of the Hidden Realms, which was my first tarot. The next deck is the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck, and Soul Cards 1. So I've already pulled the cards. I did get a few people who said they really like seeing my face during readings, so here I am. So I thought I'd revert back to this because several people commented and said they preferred to see my reaction than just the cards. So we're going to get into this reading, but first I just want to take a couple deep breaths and really center. I think, part of the problem of not being authentic is we don't quiet down or slow down enough to actually know who we are. So let's take a few deep breaths and then we'll get into the reading. Let's get into it. So first I'd like to have a bit of a guiding energy theme, so that will be with the oracle cards with the Sacred Rebels Oracle, but within that theme I want to have it be in the intention of learning about authenticity and what does that mean and our expression here on the planet. So let's get into it. So our main energy card is Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. Beautiful. I don't know if there's any nudity in these decks, so be aware of that. If that doesn't resonate with you, then this video will not be for you, I'm sure. So this is beautiful. I'm seeing the DNA strands, I'm seeing the feathers, I'm seeing the shells, I'm seeing the cosmos, I'm seeing sacred geometry. So I'm really feeling like this is a perfect card to start with, especially when it comes to authenticity. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. So this is about getting in touch with your soul. This is about getting in touch with what feels good to you. And oftentimes, most people have never even gotten into their heart space. They don't understand that this is a guiding space for them. And so much of it is about the mind, the stories we've been told, the stories we tell ourselves. All of those thoughts, even the ego can come back in through the back door when we start to move out of it, because then our identity becomes being a rebel or moving away from the collective story, but then that becomes the identity too. So start to explore the heart space, what feels good genuinely, and always tap into the heart whenever decisions are being made. The light aspect of this is receiving. Beautiful. So again, I really feel like this is about receiving messages from the heart. I really feel like this is about opening yourself, not so much dictating, but rather receiving the information from our inner world, from our guides. Allow those messages to come in. When we always talk, we never learn. So it's about, getting silent and listening, getting in tune with the inner voice and then the external nature that we may not have been aware of, instead of, just listening to the people in our lives or society or whatever. So open to receiving this information. And you don't need to know it consciously. That's the thing too. It's like you can be open to receiving this path. Because a lot of us don't know. Oftentimes when people say be authentic, we don't even know what that means. So be open to receiving this information this week. What's going to hinder us is collaborative dreaming. Interesting. So this is the reverse. So I'm really feeling like collaborative dreaming. This is about stop taking on what other people are telling you. This is about creating your own world. This is about creating your own space. And so in this sense is, you know, get away from the collaborative dreaming of what's going on in the collective. So often what is right for other people isn't right for us. And we need to start stepping into that and understanding that it's our own journey. So this week it's going to be less about what other people are telling you and more about what you're feeling within yourself. All right, so let's get into the tarot. So our main energy is Three of Swords. Ooh, interesting. So Three of Swords is about wounding, and I'm really feeling like this has to do with the fact that so much of our inauthenticity comes from the fact that we've been told that we are wrong from a very young age. So I feel like this week is going to also be going into inner child work and, ooh, bug. And going into the wounds. Oftentimes the wounds have been brought upon us and then we heal over them and then we forget that piece is even there. The piece that was, you know, killed or shamed. And then we forget that that part of us even exists. And that could also be in the wounding of coming onto the planet and forgetting who we are on a cosmic level. So it is time to go into the wounds. It's time to go into the feelings. What are the triggers? And be more exploratory than triggered. A trigger, or rather, go into the trigger and explore rather than react. A trigger is just our body and our emotions and our being telling us that we've been wounded somewhere, and that's what we're going to feel when we're going to find the authenticity of our true selves. What's going to help us with that is 10 of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, 2 of Pentacles. So I really feel like with this card, it's about balance of earth and air. So what's going to assist us with that is exploring the cosmic being, but then exploring the earth being. And we are a collaboration of both of those, right? So we have a cosmic essence, but our physical body is of this earth. So this week is really going to be about balancing out, connecting to your higher self and connecting into your body. What else is going to assist with that is 6 of Swords. So we are going to be moving from a darker place to a lighter place. This is going to feel like an expansion to us and really getting clear on who we are. And then also the Hierophant. Interesting. So maybe going into traditional things to help us move into this. So this could be meditation. This could be dance, drumming. Going into the ancient practices. Maybe this is herbs, maybe it's psychedelics, maybe whatever it is that resonates with you. Explore these concepts. Now, I'm not suggesting going and doing psychedelics because, of course, that is currently not allowed on this planet, fortunately, but explore it. Explore the things that people have learned from these practices, and maybe that will help you come back to yourself a little bit. So this week is going to be about tapping into proven practices to then explore your own new practices. All right, what's going to hinder us is Queen of Swords. So again, our mind is going to be getting in the way of this week. We're going to be telling ourselves, no, this isn't right. No, we're not going to be accepted. That overthinking piece. So be aware of where you're overthinking this and then step back into the heart space. And then also it is going to be 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like we're just going to not be feeling like we have the space to do this, that we don't have the abundance to do this, that we are not going to be supported by the earth space, by the collective. And so again, it's really time to go inward and focus in on your heart space and not be so much in the mind. All right, and then from Spirit, we have Ace of Pentacles. So what Spirit is telling us that belief system that we don't have space to experience our authenticity isn't necessarily accurate. It's that there's actually going to be new space for this. The planet is wanting your authenticity, and as you really honor that and remove the resistance, all of that is going to flow in for you, and you're going to feel so much better. The next card is 7 of Swords. So again, 7 of Swords, I really see as being the self-love card, is doing what feels best to you. And then the third card is the Emperor. So creating some organization around it, right? Creating some actual intention. Sometimes we don't follow through on these practices because we don't have organization. We are almost a little too flowy. So this week is going to be about really putting intention and structure into the practice of getting tapped into ourselves. And then the main energy for the whole tarot reading is Nine of Swords. Interesting. So this is the Nightmare card. Oh, I've got a little sequence there. Is the Nightmare card, which I feel is very interesting because I feel like a lot of us have been living in a dream and we're not fully aware of the fact that this isn't really the real world. There's so much that our senses don't pick up, but also we're living in this dream of what we've been told. And if we realize collectively we are dreaming, that means we can wake up. It means we can shift our perspective. It means that there is more out there to explore. And we just have to shift the perspective of understanding that we're in a, like going from not realizing we're in a dream to that we're in a dream, so that we can realize there's more to stretch. And it kind of reminds me of the Matrix a little bit, is once you realize those rules can be broken and bent, we start exploring our real, true selves. All right, so our messages from spirits from soul cards 1 is the Fire. So what I'm feeling is this is about burning away what no longer serves. And it did come up in reverse, so I'm feeling like there's going to be an aspect of pain with this. There is going to be an aspect of feeling a little... It is going to be a big growth step to understand that your authenticity is worth more than maybe the collective's acceptance of you as of right now. Because once you step into your authenticity, that's when your true tribe shows up. And I can say from experience that is true. And I feel like that also plays into a little bit of this Three of Swords here on a different layer of feeling like this could be a little more painful. And I think that's why we fear it, right? Fearing authenticity is because we're afraid that a part of us is going to die or we're going to be rejected. And it's really important to start understanding that we've already killed ourselves if we are not really truly living our essence. The next card, oh, 2 cards, interesting. Ooh. All right, so we've got this card here, and then this card here. So I really feel like this is about befriending our shadows. Because within our shadows is where we find our authenticity. It's the things that we have shamed that need to come to light and become integrated in so that we can be a whole, full being, and that's where we're going to find our expression. And then the last card here is so beautiful. And I feel like this is really about connecting in to your soul tribe. This is about finding your tribe, understanding that all perspectives are valid and beautiful, but that we can heal together. So again, do not fall in the shadow aspect of believing what other people tell you in the sense of the things that do not resonate, what you should be doing, all of that. But then once you start really honoring your own self, moving into a space where that is honored and you can find your collective tribe. So I hope this was helpful. I know there was like a lot of moving pieces here, so if you have any questions, please comment down below. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can head over to my description and find my Etsy shop where you can purchase a personal reading from me along with my other social medias. Thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to center. Remember, your heart space is where you're truly at. So many blessings. Namaste. And don't forget, it's all about the soul journey.